Welcome back. This is Izo, and here we are at Let's Play Final Fantasy III, and they found us. This cave is the first place in the game where you can actually run into random encounters. And look, another save spot. Alright, now, depending on what I get, for the most part I am going to edit out random battles, seeing as how they're pointless, but for at least this one I'd like to show you how it works. Obviously now we have access to the fight and the magic commands. Our girl Terra here has 3, I believe, starting abilities. Nope, only 2. She'll gain a 3rd one in a little bit, but for now let's show you fire. As you can see, it basically one-shots them. And we get a tonic! Woohoo! Now tonics do only restore 50 health, but it's the little things that matter some days. It's important to remember to get these chests now, as I don't think you can get them later in the game. And while they aren't much, every item does count. Now, in order to multi-target for magic, most magic which you can do it on, you simply hit the L or R buttons. Now, I may or may not re-record these sections of the game. I don't know for sure yet, seeing as how, well, mainly, I don't know yet. If I like them, I'll keep them. If I don't like them, well, they go. Well, crap. Let's try going to the left. This doesn't look good. Secret plot hole. Literally. And is she dead? I don't know. Nope. But looks like she's injured. Well then, it looks like she's unconscious. I guess she did hit the ground really hard. Maybe this is I guess this is a flashback? So, our evil guy's name is Kefka. And I guess this is the last memory Terra had before the slave crown was put on her head. Wait a second. I think I recall something from this from last episode. She took out the soldiers with a Magitech armor. Hi. Pretty sure anyone can use the Magitech armor. I'll be honest, I never realized this was the case before. You used a Magitech armor. Of course you fried people. It has an ability called Fire Beam. I'm just gonna let the rest of this flashback go on its own. Is Terra dead? Find out next time on... Just kidding. Wait, did he just come from the caves? How did he get past us? A treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler, searching the world over for relics from the past. But we're just going to call him Locke. So... this is our second character, Locke. Simply put, he's a thief that prefers to be called a treasure hunter. Now, viewers, if you ever want to read the text as I'm going through it, either tell me that I'm going too fast, or pause the video, please. Dynamic ceiling drop! Woohoo! And here come the bad guys. Well, crap. Okay then. This looks bad. Yes, these white creatures are known as Moogles! They're going to help us today. Woohoo! It's Moogle time! Joining information? Not today. Essentially, you're going to use the Y button to change your parties, and if a party dies, it's not the end of the world, which is a good thing. So let's start off. I'll show you guys the first one, just to show how these monsters work. As you can see, Locke has the Steal command, which, as the game progresses, seeing as how he's the only one that can get it, makes him one of the greatest characters in the game. Go Team Moogle! Oops, looks like Locke's team still got a combat to go. Yes. If moving enemies reach one of your teams, you'll automatically switch to that team and have to fight with that team. Now, if that team's already weak, you might be in a lot of trouble, so be careful where you place them. Now, these Vomammoths, they have the Blizzard ability, which is pretty much the most deadliest attack at this point in the game. If you can knock them out before they get a chance to use it, all the better. Now, this is our Moogle team. Yes, we have 4 Moogles, but we can only access one of their equipments. That's Mog. The reason being, he becomes a full-fledged member of our party later. Because of this, we can remove his equipment for now, which we're going to do, since we're going to use it on someone else later. If you forget to remove the equipment, you can't get it until the next time you meet Mog, so keep that in mind. And we get a potion for our efforts here as well. Take a look at this one. For some reason, we can access his equipment, but no one else's. Well then, that's because Mog happens to become a playable character later in the game. So let's put him to use, shall we? Just a little bit more on the Mog now. You can't, when you get him later in the game, he is by no means required, so you will have to seek him out. But his ability more than makes up for any work you'd have to do to get him. Mog's ability is Dance, which will basically put him into a Berserk mode, doing random abilities based on the dance you've chosen. Most of these can be very powerful and even kill enemies outright, so keep that in mind. Alright then, it's boss time. We have 3 enemies, 2 Lobos, and the Marshal. Now there's nothing stopping you, so you probably want to take out the Marshal first, but for the sake of the battles, I won't be. I'll be taking the Lobos out first. The Marshal has an ability called Charge. It's his strongest attack. Beyond that, there's nothing really you should worry about. However, it's probably better if you don't use your healing items here, since, well, you're going to get a full restore right after this battle anyways. Now I am letting Locke's party die, simply for the fact that they weren't going to be strong enough in the first place. Alright then, let's try round 2. This time with the completely anonymous Moogle party. None of these Moogles will get later in the game, and they've been weakened a bit, so let's send them out to fight and see what happens. Well, crap, this doesn't look good. Looks like Group 2's going down as well. Luckily, though, we're not done yet. Now, we could kill a Marshal here. That would be cool, but that's highly doubtful. Because he has this charge ability. Well, unfortunately, it looks like this team fell too. Luckily though, we still have one team left, Mog's team with their dance attack. An important note as well though regarding Mog's dance is that there is a chance that he will trip up and fail, completely wasting his turn, which for the most part isn't going to really matter, but it's something to keep in mind because if you're relying on dance to trigger a single move to win the battle, you may already be too far gone, and it's probably better to go level up or get more experience before you continue the battle. The Moogles, strange creatures of the mind, help stay far behind. And indeed, we are in their debt. Let's get out of this popsicle stand. Wow, he's pretty good. And it's time for a secret switch. I've got to admit, viewers, Moogles are my favorite Final Fantasy race ever. They're cute, they're white, and they can kill you. Yes, tell an amnesiac not to forget something. Maybe the wrong use of words? Maybe. However, here we are back at the front of Narf. Unfortunately though, if we try to go in, guards see us. Well, crap. So that means we're going to have to head south to Figaro next. Before we do that, we've got a tutorial lesson. Now, there are a few things in here whether or not you need to learn. There are great little items. Let's start with this. And we have monsters in boxes. This one's pretty easy, but they can get pretty hard later in the game. Basically, these rooms are going to teach you the basics of the game, what you should learn, and you'll pretty much not learn it anywhere else, like what the different colors around your characters mean when you have buffs or debuffs, like Protect, Shell, Haste, Slow, Reflect. These can greatly change what your strategy would be for certain areas. Alright then, like Locke told us before, our next destination is the Castle of Figaro, which we'll be going to next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy III. This is Iso, signing out. Have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, lunch, midnight, or whenever you're watching this video. Until next time.